start anything you're not prepared to finish.
Compassionate.
I see a family that still loves each other, and I'm glad to see it.
And firm.
The only thing that matters in this particular courtroom, sir, is how I see it.
Watch Equal Justice with Judge Ebony K. Williams.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, ceremonies are held throughout the Upper Peninsula this Memorial Day. We'll begin our coverage with how those in Ishpeming are honoring the fallen. Then we'll head to Gladstone to check out their ceremony put on by their American Legion post. And we'll cap off our UP Memorial Day coverage to see how things went in Iron Mountain with their ceremony. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Hey, Kelly, it's been an absolutely beautiful day, but I see some clouds starting to roll in. Any chance of rain coming?
Yeah, Kevin, it has been a really nice day, really comfortable. The sun has been shining looking at the waterfront here, and even on our radar, just a few high, thin clouds. That's not really rain. That's just a little bit of ground clutter that it's picking up on when it's in fair weather mode. And we are seeing, again, very comfortable temperatures here, 73 for Iron Mountain, 68 for Escanaba. Really has been shaping up to be a great day, and we're still in for some nice and sunny conditions for tomorrow. And I'll tell you about the next system that we're tracking in just a few minutes with the next weather segment.
Thanks, Kelly. To start off our Memorial Day coverage, we head to Ishpeming for a ceremony held this morning. The Veteran Service Organization for the western half of Marquette County put on its annual ceremony at the Ishpeming Cemetery. There was a reading of names of past veterans, a flag folding ceremony, taps, firing of revolvers, and many speeches. Each year, the ceremony helps the community keep the memories of those who have passed alive.
Piece of it is to keep people's memories alive, that men and women died so we can live the way we live today. Some people lament that maybe we aren't living well, but I disagree. We've got a great country, and the men and women who have died, we want to remember them. That's what Memorial Day is all about. Never forget. Never, ever forget.
After the ceremony, attendees enjoyed a luncheon at the Ishpeming American Legion. In Gladstone, community members gathered at Fernwood Cemetery, where more than 800 local veterans are buried. American Legion Post 71 held its annual ceremony in partnership with the Gladstone High School Band and local scouts, who lowered the flag to half-staff at the start of the event. The Legion detailed Memorial Day's origin following the Civil War and how veterans of all wars since have joined the ranks as recipients of their country's honor.
I believe that it really brings the community closer together on this day to honor them, and to have a high school band do some of the patriotic songs and to actually allow the younger kids to know exactly what Memorial Day means.
Afterward, the Legion placed a wreath on the water at the Gladstone Yacht Club in memory of those who served in the Navy. Later in the day, Rapid River brought all the Delta County together for a celebration of America's freedom. The city's yearly parade made its way through Main Street, led by American Legion Post 301 and local veterans. Notable floats included the Memorial Day Queen, overdose awareness of Delta County, and members of the all-female honor flight, which flew to Washington, D.C. just last week.
We came out to the parade to see all the floats and all of the interesting things that they have here. It reminds us of the people that are still alive that have been in it and people that passed away that are in it.
I'm excited just to be here with my friends and just have fun with them.
And some quality time with our family and friends.
I respect Memorial Day because I respect all these soldiers who have died and respected us.
Afterward, the crowd moved to Masonville Township Park for live music, food trucks, and the annual kickball tournament. Over in Iron Mountain, Memorial Day included a parade in the morning, followed by the American Legion's annual memorial service. The service, attended by local veterans and their families, the cemetery park included a few words from the local American Legion post, as well as the placing of a wreath on the veterans' graves. The Iron Mountain American Legion adjutant says it's important to continue to remember the heroes who gave us our freedom.
Sports heroes, action heroes, and political heroes. But is there any group more deserving for the title than the more than 1 million men and women who have sacrificed their lives in defense of this nation.
Massacott says he was glad to see so many people and he hopes to see even more next year. Your first warning weather forecast is after the break, plus members of the ALS community are sounding the alarm over possible cuts to ALS research. And later, we continue our Memorial Day coverage in Washington, D.C. We hear from several Vietnam veterans about what this day means to them. We'll be right back after this.
Let's do it.
Live CBS Tonight. Celebrate your favorite music at the American Music Awards. Nominees include Benson Boone, Billie Eilish, Bruno Mars, Chappell Roan, Hozier, Kendrick Lamar, Lady Gaga, Morgan Wallen, Post Malone, Sabrina Carpenter, Shabuzi, SZA, Taylor Swift, and Zach Bryan. Go to voteamas.com and cast your vote for the American Music Awards, hosted by Jennifer Lopez. Live tonight, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Tony's Green Thumb in Bark River is open for business. Tony's is your one-stop shop for all your garden and flower needs. Known for a huge variety of big, beautiful baskets, gorgeous planters, and over 600 varieties of vegetables and flowers to choose from. Open daily, come see why people travel over 100 miles to Tony's Green Thumb. Tony's Green Thumb, where beautiful gardens begin.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can go here, surf's up, here, woo, and here.
Now get a powerful new 25 Tundra with low 2.99 APR financing, or lease this well-equipped Tacoma double cab for just $289 a month.
Your summer starts here and just keeps on going.
Toyota, let's go places.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
Mr. Mattress here. It's our big Serta Memorial Day mattress sale on every mattress. The savings are huge. Save up to $925 on this Serta iComfort Pro mattress and adjustable base. Every Serta model's on sale. Save up to $725 on the Serta Perfect Sleeper Pro mattress and adjustable base. During our Memorial Day sale, get a plush Queen Perfect Sleeper mattress for just $579. Like I said, every Serta mattress is on sale for a limited time only. Shop Shunks of Marquette today.
Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
Welcome back on this Memorial Day. Hopefully everyone's been enjoying the sunshine. We honor those who have served our country so we can be able to enjoy the weather every single day here. We did have nice sunshine today, currently 63 degrees with the feels like temperatures matching that with north-northeast winds at about 15 miles per hour and fairly dry conditions with that dew point at 41 degrees and that pressure over 30 inches here. That's telling us that high pressure is in control. Not much going on here in terms of rain. We are seeing some cloud cover. A little bit cloudy for Iron Mountain, but otherwise lots of sunshine here. Temperatures in the mid to upper 60s, a little bit cooler in some areas because of the winds kind of being from the north here, but we do have this high pressure system kind of situated over the water here, which is making things nice and calm. A little bit breezy for Marquette, but otherwise things are nice and calm as you continue to celebrate your evening, get the grill going. If you have any other plans outside, honestly looking good. A lot of the rain is staying away from us in all directions here. So again, the high pressure system is really just keeping things quiet and calm winds, lots of sunshine, but we will start to see increasing clouds over the next few days. And we are seeing that a little bit here. Again, this is not really seeing drizzle here. It's really dry and it's not wanting to rain. This is just some ground clutter, likely picking that up when it's in fair weather mode, which we are kind of in today. Fair weather mode really, other than some clouds here. That's going to be the case even through your Tuesday. So not really tracking a major system over the next few days. So enjoy the calm conditions that we do have. We might see a few drops popping on up through Tuesday afternoon with the increasing cloud cover as the high pressure starts to scoot out of here. So we will see on and off cloud cover, but again, not tracking any major systems over the next few days. So because of that, on our Blades Bait and Tackle fishing outlook here for tomorrow, we do have a 4 out of 4-star rating here. It's going to be really great conditions to get out and fish. Best times really between midnight and 2 a.m. and then again at around 1 p.m. through about 3 p.m. with a new moon, low chances of rain, calm winds. We have 4 out of 4 for tomorrow if you want to get out and enjoy the weather. We keep talking about the temperature trend over the next 6 to 10 days. When I checked in with you last week, this was again in that orange area with warmer than average temperatures. So we'll continue to see that. It was fairly cold over the last few weeks, the week or so. So as we trend towards this next 7 days, even 10 days, we'll be seeing some warmer than average temperatures. Pretty comfortable for tonight too, nice and quiet into the mid 40s with mostly cloudy skies across the Upper Peninsula, and we'll warm up a little bit for tomorrow, but on the 7-day, a little bit of a roller coaster of temperatures. We'll be in the 60s, a few drops for your midweek. We're up to about 70s for Thursday, and a little bit cooler for the weekend ahead.
Kelly, thanks again. Amid federal downsizing efforts and budget cuts, advocates in the ALS community are warning that critical medical research could be in jeopardy. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon reports on how the ALS community is reacting to proposed funding cuts for health agencies and what advocates warn is on the line.
It's a disease with no cure, a ticking clock, and now a potential funding crisis.
Any cuts to research right now could take us back decades.
Commonly known as Lou Gehrig's disease, ALS is a progressive motor neuron disease that attacks nerve cells in the brain and spine. From diagnosis to death, the average lifespan is just 2 to 5 years.
Slowly takes away a person's ability to walk, talk, eat, and eventually breathe. We are so close to making ALS livable and curing it.
The Trump administration has recently targeted hundreds of grants for NIH institutes and centers, some focused on neurological diseases. Melanie Lendenal with the ALS Association says terminated grants and large proposed spending cuts for the NIH and other federal agencies could threaten recent momentum in the fight against one of the most devastating neurodegenerative diseases.
If you take funding away from just one of those agencies, the entire research structure for ALS and other neurodegenerative diseases can completely fall apart.
During a recent budget hearing on Capitol Hill, lawmakers questioned President Trump's head of the Health and Human Services Department about the proposed cuts.
Knowing that the NIH budget is getting squeezed, how will the NIH successfully do more with less?
The cuts we have made to date are administrative cuts. As far as I know, we have not fired any working scientists.
Though it's too soon to tell exactly what federal downsizing efforts mean for the fight against ALS, some worry that general uncertainty is already impacting funding for future research.
People are in a wait-and-see period right now because they are so concerned and don't know what the future holds.
Lendenal says if the government pulls back efforts, other research institutions and nonprofits may follow. She warns it's a dangerous trend that could impact anyone regardless of political affiliation.
This disease doesn't care if people are Republicans or Democrats. This impacts everyone.
Reporting in Washington, Brendan Scanlon, WZMQ 19 News.
Coming up next on Insights, we're checking in with the Iron Ore Heritage Recreation Authority to get an update on their summer projects. That conversation is in 2 minutes.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to get their car fixed. John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to fix their car. Was that right? For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market. Why do I keep forgetting that word? Experience. Okay, go. 3, 2. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market.
And don't forget,
What happens when reporters take you inside the story?
I've been asking for over a year and a half for access into this place, and this is the first time we're getting it.
You get the all-new CBS Evening News every weeknight.
Welcome to Car Breakdowns 101. I'm your Professor Ice-T. If your car is out of warranty, a car breakdown could eat you alive. Look at that car. The transmission alone could cost you $3,000. And that engine? How much do you love your kidneys? Don't even get me started on the computer system. That's a small fortune. Do what I did and call CarShield. They get expensive car repairs taken care of so you don't have to. Class dismissed.
Call 800-859-0084.
This is a powerful place. In this chamber, decisions are made every day. Decisions that impact your life, your friends, family, and neighbors. Your life can be changed by what happens here. I'm 19 News' Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy. I report to you, tracking votes, new laws, and policies that change lives in the Upper Peninsula. The only place to see what's happening in Lansing is right here.
Sophia Murphy reports, only on WZMQ 19 News.
Direct.
Don't you ever look up at the sky and roll your eyes. You hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
He holds the line.
I resent it, and I resent you for doing it.
Mathis Court is in session.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS. You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. It's the busy season for the Iron Ore Heritage Recreation Authority. Joining us, as always, to give us an update on their ongoing projects is, of course, Trail Administrator Bob Hendrickson. Bob, always glad to see you.
Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate you coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. What's the latest update?
Well, it is the busy season.
Yeah.
Trails are busy. Our projects are getting it going. One thing we want to give out an update on is the Lankin Inland project. We're about 5 weeks behind on our schedule with that, but we do have bids coming in this Wednesday, so we'll find out more about that. We had 7 contractors interested. Our original budget for that was $600,000, and that was a couple years ago, so we're thinking that it's going to increase, so we're not quite sure where it's going to go, so we'll find out coming this Wednesday, and then the board will be meeting and making decisions on that.
Sure.
We met with the Nokeminah Trail Network, the NTN. So on the Koski Forest Track, which is the land purchased last year in Negaunee and Marquette Townships, it's 176 linear acres. We're looking at potentially building out 3 stacked loops. So the first loop would be kind of an easier loop, the second one would be an intermediate, then the furthest loop would be the more advanced, and then having features within that. And this is going to be both a biking and hiking trail within the area. So that's looking forward to it. It's going to be a 2 to 3 year project, but this is laying the groundwork for that.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah. How are the ORV trails looking right now?
Yeah, so right now it's looking good, getting a little dusty out there.
Yeah.
There is going to be some dust control in Negaunee and Ishpeming next week and in other areas around the UP. We work with the Michigan DNR on this, and right now we have scheduled is spring grading on the Ely and Humboldt Township trails. So over the next few days, starting tomorrow, probably through the weekend, maybe next week, there'll be heavy equipment on those trails. So we want to make people aware that that's going to be out there, and the courtesy of that. But it will definitely improve the trails that we've been working on. We'll be looking at areas, since they are now on the millage, that we want to make sure that we're trying to upgrade these trails as we can. So this year we'll be adding additional gravel where we can, and then keeping some more upgrades coming through the years.
Excellent, excellent. It was obviously a great day if you wanted to get on the trails today, Bob. With all the people who are sure to be coming out as we get warmer and warmer, I know you want to talk about some trail etiquette today.
Yeah, so trail etiquette is so crucial, especially for a small linear trail. Really the big thing is being courteous and being neighborly. Not just looking at where you're going, but your surroundings. Making sure that you keep to the right side, even though we don't have center lines. You ride the same as the road. You want to slow down to pass, and also, especially if you're coming up from behind somebody, you want to give them an audible warning, or at least slow down and make sure that they're aware that you're going to be passing them. Control your speed. There's a lot of problems with that lately, and please leash your dog and pick up after him after you're done. That's a rule, and then keeping the trails clean. So it's just those basic things that helps everybody have a better trail experience, and that's what we really want to make sure that a trail is a community thing, and we want to make sure that the community enjoys it.
Yeah, that was kind of my next follow-up question for you, is just how can the people taking part in walking these trails, or however they're traveling them, how can they make sure to keep them looking great?
Yeah, a little bit is just moving small debris or picking up some trash as you go. Otherwise, we do find out a lot of the problems from people that are using the trail, saying, hey, there's a tree that's hanging over the trail, you better look at this. So we take those as we can and then prioritize them as we can get to them. But really, the users are the ones that give us the feedback. So if you go look at our website, ironoreheritage.com, our contact information is on that. And we encourage people to give us feedback for that too.
Excellent. All right. Any other updates?
Last thing, Iron Range Roll is coming up this Saturday, May 31st. It's at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So if you're planning some trail activity, plan around that. It'll be probably 300 participants coming down from Ishpeming down to Marquette Township. They finish by the Barrel and Beam behind Menards, and then they come out and do their celebration there. So it's a big event. It's a big fundraiser for Marquette, or Connect Marquette, and then a lot of those proceeds go to nonprofits in Marquette County.
Excellent,
Yeah.
excellent. Bob, that's all the time we have for today. I think
Appreciate
we packed
it.
a lot in there
Thanks,
this
yeah,
time.
did.
All right, Bob, thanks again. And coming up next, Jim Koski has your Life in the 906. On this Memorial Day, he brings us the story of one of the Upper Peninsula's veterans. But first, here's your Upers United Volunteer Opportunity of the Day. The UP Land Conservancy is looking for help planting trees in the Dead River Community Forest this Saturday. They have about 400 they're looking to put in the ground. Parking will be available at the Ville-Medi Peters Reserve, and they're looking to also plant about 800 shrubs on June 1st. Volunteers are needed from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. to sign up or check out other opportunities. Just head to upersunited.com, and we will be right back.
May is Maytag month at Kirkish Furniture. It's the biggest sale of the year all month long on all Maytag major appliances. Buy 2 select laundry appliances and get up to $100 in bonuses. May is Maytag month at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton.
Oh, you're so funny. Why don't you insult me a little more?
You're a conniving, evil little witch. Get on your broom and fly back inside. La 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 la. Talking to you is like talking to the most vile devil child in the world. And I'm done with it, baby. Because I'm done with you. Because your game in this house is over.
See what everyone will be whispering about this summer when Big Brother returns July 10th on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Pittsburgh's ultra-advanced, semi-transparent exterior stain and sealant-in-one can be applied to damp wood, allowing you to clean the surface and stain in one day. Get a gallon for $35.49 after rebate. Pittsburgh's Paramount is a premium exterior wood stain and sealant-in-one. It provides enhanced waterproofing protection and resists cracking and peeling for a durable finish. A gallon starts at $39.95 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Better begins with the way we see each other. Better begins with the way we treat each other. Better begins with the way we care for each other. Better begins at Aspirus Health. Bringing out the better in all of us.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
This is home for CBS. WZMQ 19.
Hey everyone, I hope you're having a great 3-day weekend. Have you given any thought as to why you have today off? Well, let me introduce you to just one reason. George Kamecki. George Kamecki was the youngest of 6 children of European immigrants Ignatius and Mary Kamecki. He was born in South Marquette in 1923, went to Bishop Erica High School, and got a job at the Delft Theater. Now, the outbreak of World War II immediately changed the lives of an entire generation of Americans. George's older brother, Aloysius, was serving on a Navy ship guarding merchant convoys in the North Atlantic when his ship was torpedoed and sunk by a U-boat. Aloysius was one of 18 crew members who lost their lives. George himself was soon drafted and ended up going through infantry training in camps around the country. Along the way, he ended up meeting a young woman from New York named Kay Ghirardelli, and the two of them seemed quite smitten with each other, exchanging letters and professions of love. However, their relationship was not to be. George went to Europe with the 14th Infantry Regiment in January of 1945. They joined the push into Germany, and just a few days before the Nazis surrendered, were attempting to cross the Danube River near Regensburg when they came under heavy fire, suffering many casualties. One of those was George Kamecki, who died somewhere on the fields in this picture just 2 days after his 22nd birthday. After the war was over, his body was brought back to the U.S. He's buried with his parents in Marquette's Holy Cross Cemetery. He was also remembered by at least one individual outside of his family. Kate Ghirardelli kept the letters sent to her by George her entire life. They were discovered by a New York firefighter in an abandoned house where she had lived in 2015. I'm Jim Koski, and that's another slice of life in the 906.
Thanks, Jim, and don't forget to join Jim weekday afternoons on Q107 WMQT. Let's bring it back to me instead of pause to Jim. There we go. As we celebrate Memorial Day in our local communities, our nation's capital city is also paying tribute to those who made the ultimate sacrifice in defense of freedom. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp spoke with a handful of Vietnam veterans. They share what Memorial Day means to them.
At the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall in the National Mall, the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund and the National Park Service pays tribute to members of our armed forces who died in Vietnam and in all other conflicts. On the wall are the names of the more than 50,000 service members who died in combat or are missing in action. It's one of the most visited spots in Washington. This is a special year honoring Memorial Day. We are just around the corner of marking the Army's 250th birthday.
I was in Vietnam 1 year.
Well, after basic training, AIT, I went right direct to Vietnam. Spent 12 months and 3 days too long.
This Memorial Day also marks the 50th anniversary of the end of the Vietnam War.
I was in aviation, door gunner, 120th Aviation.
Some of the veterans I spoke with say going to this wall brings back a lot of memories, and seeing some of those names that they are familiar with is very painful. They share what Memorial Day means to them.
I mean, a lot of sacrifice that we went through to get this and have this, you know, and we deserve it. Freedom is not free. You got to earn to get it, and we earned a lot to get it.
Memorial Day means a whole lot because I got 6 people on that wall, and one of them was my buddy, Tony Curtis Foster. He took my place and everything, and, you know, he got, he got blew up, and he took my place, and that's why I come to represent him on that wall, Veterans Day and Memorial Day, because I should have been up there, but he sacrificed himself. It's an honor just to be here and everything, and to honor them.
In Washington, D.C., Rachel Knapp, WZMQ 19 News.
Now don't go away. Final look at weather coming up after this.
Chips or cracks, we've got your back. Brian's Auto Glass.
Cracked windshield, chipped glass? Don't wait. Call Brian's Auto Glass in Nagani. We specialize in expert windshield replacement, chip and crack repairs, and safety system calibrations to keep your vehicle road ready. Can't come to us? No problem. We'll come to you with our mobile service. Fast, professional, local. Brian's Auto Glass, where clear vision starts.
I thought it was just a rash, but it had a bullseye ring around it. My doctor said it was a tick bite. Luckily, we caught it early.
Ticks found in tall grass around your home can spread Lyme disease and other illnesses, which can lead to chronic health issues. The CDC estimates nearly 500,000 people across the country are diagnosed with Lyme disease each year.
I didn't understand why my brother was having so many asthma flare-ups. Sometimes he couldn't breathe. Turns out a roach problem at home was triggering it.
Allergens left behind by dust mites, roaches, and rodents are a major driver of asthma attacks, especially in children.
When I had a fever, body aches, and fatigue, I never thought it would have been West Nile virus. All it took was a mosquito bite while gardening.
Mosquitoes spread West Nile virus and many other diseases, and they can breed in standing water around your home. Protect your family from pests. Get the facts at pestworld.org.
Today, we bring you the profile of a hero, Marine Private First Class Gomer Pyle.
Heroes come in all shapes and sizes, but this hero is a musical Marine. Gomer Pyle.
Weeknights at 9:30 on MeTV 19.1.
And over the next 7 days, we will be into the 70s, and then we'll go back down to the 50s for the weekend. More in your forecast at 11 o'clock.
All right, Kelly, thank you. And finally tonight, over the weekend, the Marquette community kicked off the 2025 car show season. Cars and Coffee Marquette hosted its first meet of the year at the Armory. The meet provides an opportunity for car owners to show off their rides, drink coffee, and enjoy the local car community. People of all ages bring cars, both old and new, and everyone is welcome.
You just get to look around at old and new cars, and I get to show off mine.
For updates on future meets this summer, visit WZMQ19.com. That's all for now, everyone. We'll see you again later tonight.